Hey, so a little bit more than a month ago, I made a video about folding at home. It's a way to utilize your unused computing power to donate that to working on solving complex medical computations, more or less to work towards solving cancer, Alzheimer's. They have COVID-19 as well. But what did you know? Like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks after I released the video, they updated the client, and it wasn't just a little one. Taking a look here, it looks like the one that I was working on was the client was 7.6.21, and just a couple of weeks later, they released a new client, which is version 8.3.18, which is quite a bit different. So instantly, the video that I made is detailing an older revision of the software. It's totally different. So yeah, if you're still interested in getting started with it, so the website is FoldingAtHome.org, and it's under the Join the Fold section or /Start Folding. So right here, it'll give you some installers, the Windows 1, Mac OS. You can install it on Linux, even a Raspberry Pi if you wanted to. But the one that I'm going to be working with today is going to be the Windows client. So you can see it's the version 8.3.18, which is the same one that I have downloaded from previously, just a couple of days ago. So I'll admit that I did install it once already so that I could get a little bit more familiar with this, but I've uninstalled it and we'll reinstall it again just so that we can walk through the whole process. So Windows UAC. I speak English, so we're going to do it in English. Welcome to Folding at Home client, version 8.3.18 setup. Hopefully they don't release a wildly different one anytime soon, but we'll go next here. And we'll do it again. Destination program, that's a great place for it. We can automatically start at a login. If you watched my last video, this is just a spare laptop that I have sitting around. It's nothing that I use daily, so really it just sits kind of unused just to run the Folding at Home client. So that's fine. We can start it at login. It'll save me a little bit of trouble if the power goes out or anything. So we'll go ahead and install it. It's a pretty quick install usually. Yep, and there we go. So let's go ahead. We'll start Folding at Home. Once we hit finish, it should. Yep, we can see it here down in the taskbar now. And it loads up our new interface page. Again, if you watch the first video, you'll see that there was a lot more going on in the version 7. Version 8 is all slimmed down. It's made much simpler so that pretty much anybody could understand it. So right away, we've got buttons to fold, to pause. Right here's my laptop. It's an HP G70. It's nothing special, but it works. The client right here, which client we're running. Currently there are no work units. Once we get it started up, then we'll have some work units, but because we're not folding anything yet. And again, this is a pretty old laptop. It only has one CPU, obviously no GPU or anything in it. So let's take a look. Let's edit our machine settings here. Right here we can set all of our account settings. So right here, username, that's going to be me, your favorite YouTuber, Kaori. And Team 0, let's see, am I able to modify that? Yeah, so let's see, I think that somewhere here, I have that information available. Here, actually, I was going to come to this a little bit later on, but I guess now's as good a time as any to check it out. So, I actually got this running on a computer in my house that has a GPU on it, at which point I realized GPU folding far superior to just CPU folding on an old laptop. Once I got it running, I actually was able to contribute quite a few more work units. Here, let me move myself here so that you can see it a little better. There we go. So there we go. So what we can see here, I've earned this many points, 3,121,855 points by contributing 67 work units. My work unit was last recorded 3 days ago. That's just because I took this laptop offline so that I could make this video. Active clients, I had 3 within the past 50 days, 2 within the past 7 days. I had it running on 2 desktops and a laptop. The desktop started to have some issues, so that obviously doesn't run it now, but the 2 that have ran within the past 7 days are both that desktop with the GPU in it, as well as this old laptop. So what really got me tickled here was my ranking. I know that it's just gamification and there's no actual benefit to this. I don't get paid or anything, but seeing that I was ranked 226,397 of 3,002,778, so I just did the math real quick on that, and what that means is actually after running this Folding-at-Home on my computer, the GPU, what GPU right away I can't say. I want to say it's circa about 2016, and this video is being made in 2024, so it's by no means a newer GPU, but simply by running that alongside a couple of CPU computers, this was able to propel me. I'm in the top, I think it's 7.5% of Folding-at-Home users. So of all of the people who are donating to this, I'm in some of the top donors. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to see that. As far as these points go and contributing 67 work units, that doesn't mean a whole lot. But then I go into my team statistics here. My rank here is 19,975. So I don't know what I'd have to do to become higher than that. I don't know how many teams there are, where my ranking stands against the other ones. So that's kind of whatever. But let's see. What I did notice here is team donors. So I'm still just the only one in the team contributing to anything. There's nobody else in the team, so don't feel shy. Feel free to jump in. Always welcome to anybody new who might want to join in on this. So, getting back here. So, username is Kaori. The team, let's see. I've got that in another tab here. Just getting some of this information pulled up. Okay, the team number is 106 5717, and let's see. And let's see, I'm gonna take that off for a minute because the passkey, I think that's a, oh, actually, as I take a look at this, it's going to show it to me as a series of dots anyway, so that's going to be fine. But this, I think, is a special thing that I'm not supposed to share with people. I think this is essentially the password. And of course I didn't choose this one, otherwise it wouldn't be so difficult for me to try to remember and put in. And as you can see, that is certainly not a short passkey. So there we go. I think it's all correct. The cause that I'm doing, again, I mentioned this in the first video, but I'm going to do Alzheimer's. My grandma died of Alzheimer's, so there's a chance that I might be predisposed to it. I don't want anything to come of it, so ideally, if I can use my spare GPU or CPU processing power to help solve that, that would be ideal. So let's see. Underneath that, you can schedule if you want to do it only when your computer's idle. If it's while it's only on battery, if you've been looking down in my taskbar, you'll notice that I'm at 0% charged. You know, I'll actually move myself back. Zoop. There we go. There we go. So you'll notice that my GPU or my battery on this computer's dead. So while on battery, I guess we can leave that. And keep awake. Keep awake means pretty much you don't want the computer to go into sleep mode or hibernate while you're working on it. For resource usage right here, move out of the way a little. Yeah, for resource usage, that's how many CPU cores you want to contribute to the process. If you've got GPUs, it'll also give you an option to dedicate some GPUs in here. Again, it's an old laptop, so it's not really all that much, but CPUs, for my cores, I'll give it one of my dual core processor just because I want to leave one core available so that Windows is running smoothly. So everything looks good here. Team 1065717. Team Kaori, join in. Let's see, passphrase, that long thing, that should be correct. We're doing Alzheimer's, so with that, we can hit save. Let's see, what do we have here? The machine log. I don't know that we've got really much of anything in here. Nope, nothing really here. View the machine details. Here it is, it'll tell me a little bit about the machine. Like I said, the CPU is nothing special, an old Pentium dual core processor. 2 cores, it's an AMD 64. By that I think it just means that it's a 64-bit processor. Does have a battery, it's the release build, client version. OS is Win32, I thought this was a 64-bit, but it's not important. Either way, these are details of the machine. And then with this, we should be able to hit start here to start folding on this machine. Requesting work, downloading work. It'll take a minute for it to record or for it to download what it needs to, but it should be able to start up fairly soon. Again, you can see over here, I've never seen anything fill in under project. But CPUs, if you have multiple CPUs you're dedicating to this, it'll show multiple in here. If you've got a GPU, oh, look at that. It does give us the project. So let's see. That'll give us a little information on this. It probably will. It'll probably be way above my head. But yeah, I don't have any GPUs, but here it is. Status of it, it's running. It's currently doing its folding. Progress is 0.0%. It claims that it's going to earn 42,361 points a day. I don't think that's true. I think that it's giving me false numbers, and once this progress fills up a little bit more, this will show a more accurate representation of how many points per day it'll earn. Like I said, the points are kind of they're pointless. They're more or less just for the bragging rights on the list of donors. It's like a high score almost. Likewise, the points per day will be more accurate the more days that it's up and running. So here we are, ETA. It says that it's going to take 14 hours and 22 minutes for it to complete this this particular work unit. As you can see, I've completed 67 of them here. I don't know that this will actually take 14 hours and 22 minutes. It might take a few days, but again, as this progress bar fills up more, it'll be able to generate a more accurate reading for either of these. So let's see, what's project 19230? Here it is. Gives a little bit of information about this particular project. Approximately 40% of drugs approved currently in clinical testing contain halogens as pharmaceutically active ligand substitutes. I don't know what any of that means. I know what a halogen light bulb is, I guess, but makes the halogenation of chemical scaffolds. Yeah, again, I'm not a biologist. I don't know any of this stuff. If this means anything to you, feel free to comment below and maybe try to explain it in a way that is easier to understand. Here, I'll get out of the way if you want to actually read this. There you go. You can pause it, take a look, see if this means anything to you. But yeah, it's, there we go. Yeah, I don't really know it. What I do know is computers, and I know that if I can do something to utilize my previously unutilized CPU processes, why not, right? I mean, it's just an old laptop. It's not like it's really using a whole lot of power to keep it up and running. It does something nice to help people. Maybe someday it'll help me. But yeah, there's a lot of projects to choose from depending on what you might feel passionate about folding for. And again, if anybody wants to join in on the team here, feel free to. So yeah, folding at home. Thank you for that, Stanford. I think it was Stanford that made this. Let's see. Well, I think that just about covers everything that really needs to be talked about with Folding at Home version 8.3.18. Again, hopefully they don't make a new one too soon. If you're still using the older version, version 7.6, check out the first video that I made on it. I detail how to use the advanced control in there, how to use the web control, what each part of it means. Yeah, it's just a lot of useful stuff. Like I said, you're not getting paid off of any of this. It's all just for leaderboard clout. Yeah, so don't expect to get paid out in Bitcoin or anything. Although I did recently see that I think there is one person who pays out some sort of a cryptocurrency or something that's worth like micro fractions of a penny or something. But that's not me. I'm just here to try to do something good. And here's hoping. Oh, and actually, if you look at this, it still has the protein demo wallpaper, or the screensaver from the first one, from version 7.6. So that's kind of cool. Again, not that any of this means anything to me, but so cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Talk to you later.